All right, all right, all right. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome in. You found us again. Shoot the Gap, a rabbit hole fantasy football focused show spanning the generation gaps of the 20s, 30s, and the 40s. I am your MC, Brian, the Amigo Baldwin. And usually we have Ethan, but we'll talk about him in a second. So that means that you get more ladies. It's a treat. It's ladies' night. You get more Connor. Yeah, you know the ladies love him. Connor, the Gut Marshall. How you doing, my brother? Can't hear you, dude.
I'm living life.
There you go.
I'm trying so hard not to touch the microphone that I'm forgetting to use it completely.
No, it's kind of cool that you're having to hold it. Like I said, it's like the whole Bob Barker thing, man. That's awesome. Yeah. Now I said Bob Barker, not Drew Carey. Screw Drew Carey. You suck, Drew Carey. You suck as a Price is Right replacement for Bob Barker. Bob Barker's the man.
Those
dude.
Are both really old.
Dude, Bob Barker.
Away from this.
Dude, okay, well you missed out.
Can they got that though? Nah.
Oh, well, you know, man. Actually, this whole thing got me. It's the Muscle Show. Yeah.
Arms is back, ladies and gentlemen.
We have no Ethan. So anytime we don't have no Ethan the doc, then I'm able to use shots.
Speaking of
I get my
shots,
muscles. Yeah.
I'm sure you
Superhero.
I'm sure you know your way around a needle. You want to handle the quick shots, my friend?
Yeah. Well, first of all, man, I want to go ahead and thank our supporters of the show.
Thank you, supporters of the show.
High volume.
Our subscribers. They are few, but they are mighty.
Oh my gosh, dude! Yeah. I was actually talking to one of our fans before. Yeah, and they're looking forward to our show, dude. So that's awesome to hear.
Hey.
Shout out to you, my brother Barack.
Thank you. Oh, Barack. Again?
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah, dude.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, dude. Yeah, man. I think he's listened to us more than once, dude. How about that? Yeah, so let's take our supporters real quick. HighVolumeMusicRadio.com. Download the app, High Volume Music Radio. So it's Pride of Sunnyside. The Pride of Sunnyside. All right? It's a local app. It's a local business. And so you'll be supporting H-Town. So please, download it. High Volume Music Radio. There's a fantastic music. There's a lot of funk in there some funk that I didn't even know existed, but I'm glad it does. And there's a lot of talk shows, so you get a lot of information. And, of course, we're there. So, so download it. High Volume Music Radio, the Pride of Sunnyside. Check it out. And, of course, also our other supporter, Sports Host app. Connor, take it away, my brother.
Look, guys, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy that's going to give you a million reasons why to use Sports Host app. Not the guy that's going to say things like, oh, you need to get on here because there's a global sports community and you can reach them effortlessly. But what I will do is tell you to do those things because you should get on the Sports Host app.
But he's not that kind of guy.
I'm not that kind of guy. I'm just a guy that likes to flex and drink beer with a Texans koozie.
Man, I get it now. I get why you do it so much.
Imagine how it would feel to do that without putting on a costume.
It's not a costume. What are you talking about? I smash you for that. You're lucky we're social distancing. Yeah. All right. And everybody, as you guys are watching the show, if you're entertained by usually 3, but now it's 2 generational beefheads just bantering about, please hit the like and subscribe button. We'll feel the love and you'll get every episode to help you through the season. So, This Connor, it's actually our 20th show, man.
I know.
The big 2-0. Yeah, look at that, man. How about that? Can you imagine we made it to 20? I mean, seriously, that's pretty cool, I think. It's pretty cool. It's this is September 30th in this foul year of our Lord.
The world has not ended yet.
No, but it sure does seem like it.
I'm waiting for it.
Yeah. Well, if you watched the debate last night, oh yeah. But we'll be doing our week 4 start and sit, so of the games coming up. But man, first gotta bring it back. It's the return of the Reaper meter, man. You know, if you guys aren't aware, dude, this is this is something that we use, that it's a meter to help determine, if there's going to be a full season. We rank it, 1 to 5, 1 being least concerned, and 5, of course, being the most concerned that there won't be a full season. And if anybody's been recently listening to the show, you haven't heard about the Reaper meter because we were completely cool with it, man. Everything was fine. But man, Connor, what happened?
The Titans had a COVID outbreak, and
Mm-hmm.
now at least 9 players have it, and
Mm-hmm.
because of
Mm-hmm.
it, the Titans Steelers game is being postponed until maybe Tuesday. That's where we're at right
Yeah.
now. So a lot can change between now and Sunday.
Yeah, luckily no Vikings have tested positive, and I read like right now the Vikings. Well, the beginning of the day, both the Vikings and the Titans were not going to be able to go to their facilities by I think earliest Saturday. They have now changed that for Vikings, so they're going to be able to get there on Thursday. So I think they're going to play their game like normal. So I think you guys can be cool on your the Vikings. So when we go over the Vikings, guys, I think that'll be kind of cool. I think it'll be all right. But the Titans, because like Connor just said, they just had, was it today? They had the ninth person come up. So it's now it's 4 players and 5 coaches. But don't worry, guys. I mean, it was like, a defensive tackle, Daquan Jones, tight end, Tommy Hudson, long snapper, Bo Brinkley. These aren't, it's not Derrick Henry, it's not Tannehill, it's not Corey Davis, it's not Jonnu Smith, so it's not Goskowski, so far it's not affecting fantasy right now, but like you said, like we used to say, the dreaded, Q or the dreaded D, by the name. Now we have a new 7 initials, man, the dreaded PPD, postponed. What do you do with that, Connor?
So this affected me. This isn't going to be one of those episodes where I give you a concern of 1. I'm at more like a 4 because I have Jonnu Smith and Juju in multiple leagues. And in one of my leagues, I don't really have an option to replace Juju. So I'm like, just to give the listeners like some insight to how I operate in a situation like this.
It's gonna get dirty, guys.
It's gonna get dirty. So this is like, you have to. It's not even like you have like a planned move. Like, you have a planned move that you do at a planned time. Right?
Timing.
Because here's the thing: once the games start, that changes who you can add and who you can play. So if the game starts at 12 and I pick up a player and drop another player at 11:59. Then no one can pick up my player that I drop until the game is over. And if I set an alarm for, what is it, Brian, 2:30?
No, sir. Yeah, go ahead and do 2:30, but no, 2:10.
2:10. Yeah. If I set an alarm, honest, it's 2:10 for Yahoo.
Well, okay. Usually it's supposed to be 2 a.m., but I used to stay up, and then when you stay up to 2 o'clock trying to make a transaction and it's not happening, if it usually lasts between, sometimes it's like 2:01, 2:05, 2:08. But if you're staying up to make a transaction, 2:01, 2:05, 2:08 is extremely irritating. So just set an alarm for 2:10. It'll be good to go, and then you're almost going to get in front of everybody. Except for me.
So you set that alarm at 2:10. Unless you're Brian, I'm going to be honest. That's the difference between me and Brian. I'm not going to. I mean, you do that almost every week sometimes. Depending on how desperate you are. Yeah, I'm not. But what I'm doing is this Sunday.
It's the extra work, dude. Extra work.
Right now, my problem is I don't have any backup wide receivers on my bench. My only backup wide receiver on my roster is Henry Ruggs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop one of my defenses, and I'm going to pick up. I'm not proud of this, but I'm going to pick up Preston Williams because I like the matchup that he has because he's playing the Seahawks. That's going to be my dart throw.
Talk about the irony. Talk about the irony of this move, because I know exactly what defense you're dropping. I know exactly what defense is, but I want to hear you tell the listeners exactly what defense you're dropping to pick up this receiver. Go for it, brother. Seattle. You're gonna drop Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's what you're gonna do. You didn't want to say. I was gonna say it for you, man. I'll walk you through it,
And
dude.
here's why. Because I think that the Saints are gonna have like angry sex with Detroit. They're gonna make those guys look bad because they have not won in a while.
Okay.
And Drew Brees wants to prove that he's more than a quarterback with projectile dysfunction. Projectile dysfunction affects 1 in 3 quarterbacks, guys. And we have a new sponsor on the show. I'm joking.
Placebo ready. That's awesome, dude. So my number is number 4. I'm worried, guys. Well, actually, yeah, I'd have to, well, I am worried. But I'll feel better once we get through this, because this actually is the test. What are they going to do? I mean, I heard that it was going to be on Monday. They're going to postpone it to Monday, or maybe even Tuesday. But if you really think about it, like if Tuesday happens, then then now the other team whoever team that Pittsburgh or the Titans play against the next week is going to have a competitive advantage, because they're going to be a little bit more one day rested. It's just, I mean, it's a big headache. And also you look at the fact that if it's on Tuesday and they decide not to do it, like, hey, we're just going to make it their bye week and just move on, like they did 1 year with, I think, Tampa Bay, whenever unfortunately a hurricane hit their area. They weren't able to play the first week. They just made that like their bye week of those two teams. I'm assuming, I'm worried that that's going to happen. This is uncharted territory. All right. Not only in real life, but fantasy wise. And so even though,
realistically speaking, the timetable's not really there for the game.
Yeah.
From the Titans side, if you think about it logistically.
Yeah.
They got it. And realistically speaking, this affects the Vikings game too, because the Titans players got it when they played the Vikings.
Mm-hmm. Well, but the Vikings, they all came back negative, so I think they're going to go and push on. Yeah, I think they're going to be fine.
I think that about wraps that up. Let's not try to dwell on it.
No, I want to say something. You got to talk about Juju. All right, I had Derrick Henry. Let me get out there, my brother.
What are you gonna do? Play Kareem Hunt? He's injured. So you're
my groin.
What? Mike. No, you have the Jaguars guy.
Yeah, James Robinson.
You have
Austin Eckler.
Awesome Reckler. So you're going You're going Lightning Flex this week.
Yeah, I'm gonna do DJ Moore in the flex. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So the reason why I wanted to mention it is because I'm with Connor. I'm staying away from this game. I'm just staying away.
Game, guys.
Yeah, even if it's like Juju, who's been just balls out lightning for you, dude, or Henry.
He's running with big balls and he's knocking people over with them.
Yeah, this is Motley, by the way, everybody. This is my special little guy, Motley. He makes an appearance from time to time. Please try to ignore him showing me love.
He likes to sit in my lap when I come over.
This guy, yeah, he's like
sitter.
that. Yeah, but he's not like my other cat who goes in the season whenever you come over. I don't know what you do with a cat. Okay, yeah. So that was the Reaper meter. Okay, so we're both at a 4. So I guess the show is at a 4 on the Reaper meter. So yeah, there we go. So let's go ahead and let's jump into the start sit, but we're gonna call it something kind of more. Oh, sorry about that. I had to put my kitty down. We're going to put something called more on the lines of our thing. We're going to call it fire or ceasefire. And one quick note, instead of going over anyone that's ever put on a jersey in a skill position like we've been doing to prove how deep I go and how much I do, and we're just going to go to where it's 75% owner hired for the sake of time and for your own sanity. All right, let's go.
We have the Denver Broncos at the New York Jets.
Oh,
the ugliest game of the year edition, Thursday Night Football.
Well, this is also a gift because this is going to help us make up time for me talking about Derrick Henry, because we're not going to spend much time here. It's going to be real easy. Here we go. Here you go, everybody. Hold your nose. Okay, we're gonna fire on Gordon, Noah Fant, Judy, if he's playing, and the Denver defense.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that's it. Can we walk away from this? This smells
Hey,
so bad. It
dude,
smells like someone ate some horse shit and then shit that out, and a dog ate that, threw it
dude,
up,
it's
and then
bad.
shitted it out again.
We're doing it for the
Oh,
people.
we're doing it for you guys.
Just one question. One question. Would you start the New York Jets
no,
defense?
get the
Okay.
no.
All right. Okay. Let's get out of here. Just go.
One of the few times I actually need a mask.
Yeah,
Now,
or Crowder.
The
Or Crowder. Yeah.
No, the Indianapolis Colts.
Okay.
The Chicago Bears, the only
Oh,
team none of us expected or think should be 3-0 right now.
Yeah, that's an odd 3-0. That's like one of those the chicks that you see like in a club with when the lights are dim. You're like, oh, she's hot.
It's more like you see like a really hot chick than with a guy that's like a foot shorter than her, and he looks like he's been eating saltines in the back for like 30 years, and you're like, well, how did he get her? That's what the Chicago Bears record looks like. It's like this doesn't add up.
So they're hung like a mule? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Because that's the only way, dude.
He stayed
All right.
on the ground because of it.
Only has one leg.
So I would only. He has 3 legs. I would only start. I would only start in this game. David Montgomery.
Yes. Agreed.
The J Train. I'm starting both
Yes.
running backs.
Agreed.
I'm starting
Approve.
Mo Alley Cox.
Approve.
You approve,
Approve.
that? Okay.
Approve.
I'm starting the Bears D.
Not me.
Okay. And I'm starting the Colts kicker.
Yeah, man, Mr. Blankenship, Mr. Style.
Blankenship.
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
He's
Would
like
you
a poor
start?
guy.
Well, he's got a lot of self confidence, that's for sure. Would you start Ty with the understanding of Perriman and Paris Campbell out?
Nah.
No? Oh my. Okay, so they're just gonna throw it to Mo Alley Cox and the J Train and that's it.
If they're not throwing to those guys, I hope they're throwing to the Chicago defense.
What about
needs to learn those are his only 2 targets from
what about Hines? Would you start Hines?
I'd start him in a flex full PPR. If it's not full PPR, no.
Yeah, Ceasefire for me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually sounds cool. You should try it. Would you start Naeem Hines?
Ceasefire. If it's
See, that's
full
a-
PPR.
Does that feel good? Yeah, it feels cool.
You
Yeah.
know what else feels good?
What's that?
Moving on.
Well, hang on. Yeah, Robinson. Would you start Robinson? Allen Robinson.
Yeah, man, I would start.
Yeah,
Robinson.
I would start
Forgot
Robinson.
about him.
Yeah, and I think I would also start Cordell Patterson because I see.
No.
Yeah.
no.
I would
Okay.
think about it.
We're gonna. What should we call it when we do a bet on a player? Okay, would you take the over or under?
Oh, I'm not gonna bet on this guy. Yeah, yeah. I'm talking about like if you're in a
no money down. Bet on the show for the people. The people are gonna see
money
which one of
down.
us is right.
It's like a used car salesman now, dude.
This isn't gonna be like poker. This isn't when I just take your money outright. This is different than that.
Okay.
Over or under 8 points for the baby giraffe. I'm taking the under.
See, the thing is that you're asking me to get into the mind of Matt Nagy, and that's a scary place. I see a lot of balloons and rabbits. So it's but I can also see. I can see a lot of baby giraffes in there too. Okay, and that's Cordell Patterson. So yeah.
Over.
Does
Gotta
he
put your money where your mouth is, friend.
Yes. Fuck it. Screw it.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. I'll do it.
Brian, This is no longer kids friendly.
Well, yeah, dude. Look.
I'm joking because I did it before.
Oh no! I thought you were talking about an actual curse because I mean,
No,
you want to talk about a curse? Look, I wear their hat. You see what happened to this team?
Hey,
They were like,
I wear their hat. Look what happened to this team.
oh my gosh, yeah.
Can
Hey, but how about the Astros, man? Yeah,
Yeah, suck it, rest of the baseball.
yeah. No Nick
Yeah.
Foles, no, but Jimmy Graham, hot pickup off the.
No.
No, okay,
No.
okay. I agree with you on that.
Moving on, we have the
Moving on.
Jacksonville Jaguars at the
Yeah.
Cincinnati Bengals. Now, Brian, our running backs are going to be battling each other for the battle of the mediocre offenses. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm actually scared your guy is going to do better than mine.
Well, yeah, you have Mixon, and because if you're looking at history, that's what. Okay, here's the thing, dude. Is this is the battle of consistency and opportunity. That's what you're looking at, okay? Because Robinson has consistently put up some really good numbers, and I would absolutely start Robinson, but Joe Mixon has a lot of opportunity, and so we're going to see what plays out. And you saw what Myles Gaskin did to the Jacksonville run defense. So I mean, it could be there. This could be a not Joe Burrows. Well, it could be Joe Burrows, but Joe Mixon game. It absolutely could. This could be the breakout game, the one that all the Mixon owners have been waiting on.
If he scores over 10 points, I'll be happy.
Dude, last year I think it was like week 3 whenever he started kind of showing his signs of what he became. So this this will be week 4. So yeah, man, the timeline works out. Would you start Minshew?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would start Minshew if DJ Shark is playing. Okay, that's always going to be my caveat. Is that if do not start Minshew if caveat if Shark isn't there.
Okay, what about the other players?
I would start Joe Burrows. I would start Joe Mixon. I would start AJ Green.
I would start neither kicker and neither D.
You wouldn't start
No.
Bullock? Oh, okay.
He's in the room, man.
Yeah, but he's so consistent.
No, he's consistently in the room is what he is.
Okay. All right. Tyler Boyd. I would start Tyler Boyd.
Yeah.
I would not do Keenan Cole. That was a bad thing. I was wrong on that, by the way. I was wrong on Keenan Cole. I said start him last week, and that was wrong. And I also said start Drew Sample, the tight end for Cincinnati, which was wrong. Of course, I would sit their defense, sit Chenault, sit Thompson, sit Eifert. Yep. And you know what also I would do? Moving on.
The Cleveland Steamers at the Dallas Cowgirls. Now, Dallas Callgirls. So for this game, I can't believe I'm saying this, but do you start Amari Cooper? I feel like you have to ask if a guy that nobody knows who he is catches 2 touchdowns, and Michael Gallup and CeeDee Lamb both eat, and Amari Cooper does nothing. I mean, what the frick is going on?
Yeah, that was just I don't think it's gonna be a Cedric Wilson game. Yeah, I mean that was one of those things. So I would start Amari Cooper. I would start Gallup. Okay, because I said I originally, like, if you guys have been following the show all the way up to the draft, I was saying stay away from Gallup because CeeDee Lamb would take away from him. But I think that Gallup is taking the bulk of Blake Jarwin, whatever he was doing. I know Schultz is awesome, or Schultz has shown some things, but I think Gallup has been coming out, so it might be like the Schultz and Gallup thing.
Schultz is showy.
Yeah, I would start Zeke, of course, start Prescott. I would start CeeDee Lamb. I would definitely do that. But here, dude, on Cleveland, the only offensive weapons I would start would be Nick Chubb, OBJ, and Kareem Hunt if he's good to go.
He's good to go, but he might not be good to go, so you got to keep an eye on that, guys. And if you do have to make a move, Myles Gaskin is still open in some waivers. Draft accordingly. And if you need a very low ceiling play, Adrian Peterson is out there, and he's
I wouldn't do that.
He's a guaranteed 8 to 10 points.
I wouldn't do that.
But if you need that over a 0 and you really need to win a week, that's what I would do.
Okay. All right. That's on there.
I would start the Cowboys defense. I'm not going to say that often. I would start them for this game. I would not start the Browns defense. I would start Zerline. I would not start the Browns kicker. Anything else you want to say on this game, Brian?
The only thing I want to say is that on Kareem Hunt, okay, like he sat out this week or today, and usually that's kind of a veteran day. It's Wednesday, so it could be a veteran did not practice on Wednesday type thing. But we found out that they also promoted Dontrell Hilliard, which is a running back from the practice squad. So that's never a good thing that you want to see. So if Kareem Hunt is out, holy mackerel, Merry Early Christmas, Nick Chubb owners, because you got yourself a monster on for that game. So yeah, that's all I got. All I got. Moving on.
The New Orleans Saints at the Detroit Lionesses. Now for this game, I see the New Orleans Saints coming back in a big way. Mr. AK-41 popped off for a cool 40-something points in fantasy last week.
That sucks. He should be at 47.
Yeah,
He totally should be 47. Yeah, but yeah, keep going. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Change your number, Kamara. Well, I don't know if running back numbers go that high.
Yeah, that might be the thing. Yeah.
Alvin, if you're listening, you're my favorite running back in the league, and it would be really dope if you wore 47, because then you'd be AK-47. And you're explosive like that. You're literally like fire and like explosions going off like every time you touch the ball, which is what happens when a gun shoots.
Oh my gosh, it'd be dope if you actually did listen. So,
Yes.
oh my gosh, I just said that. Dude, I am so sorry. That is not me, dude. You're a bad influence on me. I don't talk that way. Dope. That'd be dope.
You listen.
Golly, that's so bad.
My generation's winning.
No, it's the muscles are getting to me. Yeah.
It'd be dope.
No.
So
Nope on dope. Okay. Yeah. So start Galladay. Yes. Finally, I get to start it.
All the starts. Kenny Galladay.
Fire.
Marvin Jones. Matthew Stafford.
Fire. Oh no. Marvin Jones.
Yeah.
That's a ceasefire for me. Yeah.
Matthew Stafford.
Fire.
I'm not talking about any of the running backs. We all know the story there. You should know the story.
Ceasefire.
Cease on them. I'm ceasing on T.J. Hawkinson. I'm ceasing on Drew Brees with his projectile dysfunction. And, Michael Thomas is probably going to be injured for another week.
He's practicing. He's practicing.
You should have Sanders. But I'll look if he's...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with you 100% on Sanders.
Of course, you start Alvin Kamara. I might even say start Latavius Murray this week because the Lions are not good against the run. Of course, you're starting Lutz, and I would start the Saints D. But Murray would be a flex play if you're starting with Latavius Murray. That's a desperation flex play. Low ceiling flex play.
Yeah. Well, Emmanuel Sanders is the one that's really benefiting from Jared Cook being out.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So, so you wouldn't start any of the New Orleans quarterbacks because you mentioned one, but you didn't mention
Voldemort. Can we?
Yeah.
No,
eight.
Moving on. The Seattle Seahawks at the Miami Dolphins. The battle of wind versus water. Who will remain victorious? The bird or the water person, as some dolphin lovers call dolphins?
Oh my gosh, dude. Well, right now I am desperately looking for but let's just go. I mean, we can go right. I mean, you start.
You count them off this time because I've counted off the last couple of games. Let's off the players.
You totally are throwing me out on the. Okay, here we go. Russell Wilson.
Fire.
My Tyler Lockett.
Fire 3 times for 3 touchdowns.
Okay, all right. DK Metcalf.
Oh boy. Fire up and take some steroids.
Okay, this is a trick one. Carlos Hyde.
No, because Chris Carson is practicing.
You got it. You passed the test. Yes, ceasefire.
As a resident Rashad Penny fan till the day I die, I'm always going to monitor Chris Carson's injuries.
So how about Chris Carson then?
Yeah, I'm starting him.
Yeah, fire. Okay. How about Fitzpatrick?
Yeah, I'm starting him.
Gaskin.
Yeah.
Parker.
Yeah.
Gesicki.
Yeah.
Well, Preston. Well, you already said you'd start Preston Williams. Yeah. Well, and would you sit Seattle's defense?
Yeah.
Okay, and of course the kicker, Jason Myers. Oh, well, Olsen. Olsen's one that's widely owned. Okay.
No.
All right.
There's him. There's Disley. There's just too much going on. You don't know who it's going to be.
Yeah, and I think Gaskin's the only running back I would start on.
You're not starting Jordan Howard. He's going to get his carry for a touchdown, but that's about it. 6 points in fantasy doesn't help you.
Think about it, dude. Do you think he's really going to get to the? I mean, are they going to get to the 1 yard line? I don't know. I don't know because it seems like they're going to be firing away. So especially with Fitzpatrick, I think he's going to go crazy. Because Dak, dude, just
Are
picked
you gonna
apart
take the over
that
or the
defense.
under for 54.5 right now? That's the with
Dude,
Seattle with
oh,
-6 is the spread.
okay, I know. If it's 54 is combined total, I would go under. Yeah, yeah, and I don't think they're gonna
Every
go. Miami's gonna go that high.
every bone in my body is telling me no, but I'm just gonna go for it. I'm taking the over, dude.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I'm gonna. I think we're good on that game. Obviously, we're starting Wilson. We know who we're starting and sitting. Moving on. I
Fire
want
and
to.
ceasefire. Fire and
Yeah,
ceasefire.
I want to get into some of these matchups. I'm not
Let's do
seeing
it.
as many shootouts this week, but there are a couple games that I find the potential to be high scoring.
Okay.
Um, this game is interesting. We have the Los Angeles Chargers and all 13 of their fans against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that's not counting Philip Rivers' children. Philip Rivers has so many kids that they have to they can't all be in a room at the same time
Oh
due
no!
to the
Oh no!
pandemic laws. So
Okay, I
would you
this
start
is only
Brady?
the only thing I would start in Tampa Bay. I'll make it easy. Is the defense.
That's the only thing you're starting for this game?
That's the only thing I'm starting for this game.
Damn. Okay, well I would start Mike Evans and
Mm-mm.
I would start Fournette, but that's just me.
Well, okay, no, Fournette is hurt. Yeah, he didn't practice
Oh,
today from an ankle. Yeah, yeah.
never
So,
mind.
yeah, but as far as like Evans, dude, if you look back and see like I think we would all agree DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson are very talented and high powered wide receivers, and the Chargers were able to mute them, and so this is going to be Mike Evans without Chris Godwin. And so it's looking like they're going to focus on him. Scotty Miller, sure, whatever. I've seen Brady without Godwin, and he's not that good. And so I think we're going to go ahead and go, and that's why I'm saying don't start him. Um, the whole Rojo, which I was wrong on Rojo. I said to sit him last time, which apparently you should have done it. So yeah, that was wrong. I said start Fournette. That was wrong. Oh, it said start OJ Howard. That was wrong. So yeah, man, I wouldn't do any of those. Not the kicker. Nobody for Tampa Bay except for the defense. Chargers a little bit easier. I would start Eckler. How about you?
Yeah,
What say you,
I'd
sir?
start Austin Reckler. I
Fire!
would start Keenan Allen too.
Fire!
And I would start Justin Herbert. That's about it.
Cease fire on me. But I would fire Hunter Henry. I would go on him. And I would start the defense. I would start the Chargers defense. And I would start Bagley, their kicker.
I would start the Bucs defense too. You never know.
Yeah, and we don't know what we got on Joshua Kelly. We don't know which one was the misnomer. Yeah, you're right. You don't start him, but you keep an eye on it because we don't know if last week was the misnomer or the 2 weeks ago when he got 23 carries was the misnomer. So we'll find out. And also Mike Williams, stay away from him. For some reason, Herbert don't like him. He likes Allen and Eckler, which as an Eckler owner, I love it. I love it. Yeah. Moving on. Oh shit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Okay.
We
All right.
have the Baltimore Ravens at the Washington football team. This game is I'm not gonna lie, this is the most boring game because I feel like I know what's gonna happen. The Ravens are gonna win. It's not
What's
gonna
gonna
be
happen?
close.
Okay.
It's not gonna be close. The Ravens
just
are
gonna be
favored by 13. It's the
just
highest.
angry sex. Angry sex, huh?
Yeah, we're talking about angry sex between the Saints and the Lions. This is gonna be. Whew.
That's me.
Shit, man.
Old Testament.
Nah,
That's awesome.
So
who would you?
I'm starting Marquise. I'm starting J.K. and Mark Ingram because you don't know which one's gonna hit. I'm starting Lamar. I'm starting Justin Tucker. I'm starting Mark Andrews. I'm starting the Ravens defense. I am starting Scary Terry, and that is it.
Not Gibson.
No, not in this
Okay.
game.
Yeah, I'm right there with you with McLaurin. Boy, was I wrong on him. I really thought that he was not going to do well with Haskins. Dude, he's so good that he can overcome Haskins.
That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, this is the guy. He's going to be in this if he can stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
If he can stay healthy and he can stay out of trouble, and
Yeah.
all signs point to him doing both of those things.
Yeah. What about? Okay. What about
he'll-
W?
I already said to start him, dude.
You said to start Dobby. I wouldn't start Dobby.
Yeah.
I would not start him. I would not start Edwards. Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews.
Yeah. I already said to start him. I listed.
Yeah.
all
No.
the-
No. No. I just wanted to talk about him real quick, dude. He's not performing to what you expected. I mean, are you worried about Mark Andrews?
No, Mark Andrews is boom bust. You start him each week so you can get the booms.
I understand.
Do you
okay.
know what's worse than drafting Mark Andrews and him not doing good? You drafting Mark Andrews and him not doing good, and you making that worse by benching him when he goes off. So the one time that he scores 20 points a week, he's on your bench. That's how you lose fantasy, by faking the fake.
So you just take the chance each time, like you're doing with Joe Mixon,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. You just got to start it.
You
Yeah,
take that
I'm.
L.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. The Washington, I would not start anybody. Well, see, I put Antonio Gibson because I love Antonio Gibson, and you already know, dude, that I love running backs. I mean, that's my thing.
More than tight
And-
ends.
Well, dude, you're the one that likes wide receivers, and so the whole thing is that so when I see a running back that I think is going to get a lot of work, I tend to lean towards them. But you're probably right. You probably should start him with caution. Start McLaurin with confidence.
Moving on, we have the Arizona Cardinals at the Carolina Panthers. And this is I'm predicting the biggest game for Drake. Drake is going to be an RB5 this week.
RB5, that's not good.
He's going to be a top 5 RB, forgive me.
Oh, okay.
RB5
Okay,
is going to be a
yeah,
top 5 RB.
I was like, that's DeAndre Swift,
He's
RB5.
gonna be a top 5 RB.
Okay, all right. Well, he needs to. I said this in the previous podcast, and I'll say it again, that this is the Jobu game. People in my generation, they've seen my Major League. They know Jobu. That's the best. That's not my. That's
We
not.
told this story last episode, I'm sure.
Well, yeah. So that wasn't my creation, but dude, it's something I think is a perfect example. If Kenyon Drake does not show up on this game, you got yourself. Then screw you, Jabu. I'm going to do it myself. Okay, you got to move on. So Murray, D Hop, Gonzalez. Would you start Gonzalez? Zane Gonzalez. Okay.
No question.
Okay. Now here's a question: would you start DJ Moore?
Yeah.
Okay. Robbie Anderson.
Yeah.
Mike Davis.
Yeah.
The Sly Guy.
Not a question.
Okay. Arizona defense.
Nope.
Edmonds. Nope. Okay. What about Bridgewater?
Nope.
All right. Everybody else I think is under Fitzgerald, but I mean you do Fitzgerald in desperation.
Don't start Fitzgerald, but I would keep an eye out on Andy Isabella because I have noticed that he's caught a couple of Murray's touchdowns. If that continues to be just I'm not saying pick him up, I'm saying keep an eye on that. If he does that for another game or two, you might have something there, and he's still out there on waivers, guys.
Yeah, you know what else is another good idea?
Your mama. Moving on. The Minnesota.
Talking about my mama, dude.
I'm sorry.
You know I'm Hispanic. You know, whenever you talk about Hispanics, mama, dude, that's...
You've said your mama to me before, Brian.
Because you're honky, dude. I mean, come on.
That's racist.
That's a honky mama.
Okay.
Have I said your mama to you before?
You have.
Did you deserve it?
Just as much as you did then.
Well, no, I was segueing to... No, I'm sure you deserved it. That was mean, and that was terrible. And
well, if it makes you feel any better, it was the Lord's will for it to happen. So maybe this is some shit like what happened to Joseph.
You know what?
Like it's like some evil shit, but it galvanizes you.
You would not be saying that if you were within swinging distance of this fist. Go ahead.
Okay. The Minnesota Vikings at the Houston Texans. And if the doc was here right now, we would have a real nice yakety sax moment.
Well, sing it then.
Play it twice.
Sing it.
No, I want to do the mariachi band music.
Na, 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 na. And I'm a racist.
Brian's an idiot.
Okay, yeah. But I would fire on Deshaun Watson. I'd fire on Fuller. I'd fire on David Johnson. I'd even fire on Fairburn. You know, this is the Minnesota defense, man. You know,
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'd fire on Cobb, dude.
Woo! Really? All right,
like
gonna ride the.
Man, you see that girl over there? Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody this, but I kissed her last night.
Oh my gosh! So you're gonna ride the Cobb, huh? All right, you ride that Cobb.
For this,
you ride that as hard as you can. Oh, look at that smile. You might be riding the Cobb right now.
Well, if Preston Williams gets taken, then maybe.
Okay. Yeah. I don't see that happening.
For the
Really?
Vikings, no, I don't see it happening either. But for the Vikings, I'm starting Justin Jefferson again.
Oh, you're moving on up to the east side. Why do I say that? Come on, young generation. Oh, that's the Jeffersons, man. That's the theme song to the Jeffersons. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was made before I was born.
You know what? You might have been showing while you were being conceived. You know, that's some funky stuff. But yeah, dude, seriously, it is. Dude, the Jeffersons awesome. I love that show. Especially, dude, if you listen to the to when the credits are rolling, that song, holy mackerel! You talk about soul. I mean, just love it, dude. Love it. Seriously, dude, when the credits are rolling at the end of the Jeffersons, holy mackerel, that's a hell of a song. All right, dude. Okay, fine. You're missing out. So yeah, of course, Cook. You'd start Cook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fire on Cook. Fire on Thielen.
I'm starting Cook, Thielen, Jefferson,
Bailey. About Dan Bailey.
I've never started him, and I never will.
Okay. All right. I would. And of course, the defense.
I'm desperate, yeah, but I'm not that desperate.
Dude, check this out. There's a conspiracy theory out there, and let me go. I just want to go and just talk on it real quick. That apparently, like one of the last plays of the game this past on week 3, Dalvin Cook was coming up like he was kind of limpy a little bit, right? And so everybody was a little like there was only just a couple of blurbs about it. Nobody's talking about it. I'm wondering if they're not talking about it because right now Minnesota doesn't have to practice. So they're basically resting it right now and treating it because you only have to report, our teams only have to report whenever a player misses practice. Well, they're not missing practice right now. They're not coming back until tomorrow. So we're going to find out tomorrow what's going on. So just keep an eye on the situation because in a lot of leagues, Alexander Mattison is out there. And if that guy comes out gimpy, then you got yourself maybe an RB1 there. You know, if the Minnesota Vikings can keep it together. But against the Houston Texans, pretty sure that they'll be able to. But are you worried about them coming into practice on Thursday, missing one day of practice, Connor? No? Okay. Yeah, I think it's going to go on.
I am keeping an eye on Alexander Mattison, though. I'm actually kind of thinking picking him up and dropping Jeff Wilson just in case.
Dude, go ahead and do that, but I'm not sure if you should. Jeff Wilson is going to produce go ahead if you want to, man. Yeah, that's
but
that.
How long is he gonna do it for?
Or how long is Madison's gonna do that? It was something to where I'm just saying monitor it. Okay, I would not go out and pick up Madison. Just
no, I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'll talk to you about it later. I'm not dropping Wilson.
No, no, Mr. Wilson. You don't even know what that is either.
I don't know.
Oh, do you?
No, I'm musically talented. You know, I can just.
That's not even musical. That's Dennis the Menace. All right. Okay.
Moving on. The New York Giants.
Oh, jeez.
At the Los Angeles Rams.
Dude, I think I just stepped in something. I think I get a little New York Giants.
Can we just? Can we?
I got a little.
There's much to talk about in this game.
No. The Rams are good, but I just can't seem to get New York Giants off my foot.
I
kind of gotten the. The tread of my
I know you
shoes.
picked up Jared Goff and you're all proud of that and shit, and you want to
Oh
talk
yeah,
about it.
absolutely.
But look,
Yeah.
besides Jared, I'll start Goff, Woods, Cup, and Higbee. I'll give you that, and I'll start
Dude.
the Rams D. And I'm not starting anyone on the Giants. Do you concur?
Well, I like Evan Ingram.
I don't.
Okay.
I've been
Well, see-
very, very candid about that.
Okay, yes, but see, like it's the Giants. Okay, I was in a situation, all right, where I have Ryan Tannehill and I have Tom Brady. Okay, and I'm playing against Connor, and I'm going to put out my best team I possibly can. So Jared Goff was on the waiver wire. I figured that I looked at his schedule. He actually has a really good schedule coming up, and so I had to drop my love target, Ryan Tannehill, and pick up because, dude, I mean, come on, this whole whatever's happening, and even if they play, it's against Pittsburgh. Yeah, I needed that play, and so I went ahead and I picked up Jared Goff and played it. And so I know you don't like it, and the fact that you don't like it means that I think it was the right move. All right, so but yeah, so Darrell Henderson. I don't think you mentioned him. Yeah, I would start him. What about Malcolm Brown against this New York Giants? No, okay. And what about Higbee?
No.
Okay, all right. Yeah, Higbee, man, I don't know what to think about him. That that last game scares me, but it's the Giants and they don't scare me. So, but I think it's going to be Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp show. That's what I think it's going to be. I think those are guys going to explode. Everybody seems to think it's going to be Harrelson, Darrell Henderson, excuse me. But I don't. I don't see it happening. I think it's going to be a Cup and Woods show. Cup and Woods. Mm-hmm.
Moving on, we have the New England Patriots, the Kansas City Chiefs, and I think the Chiefs are going to chief, going to 4-0. Although Prince Cam is going to try to scoot in for those goal line touchdowns.
He's not going to be a fig, huh?
I think this is going to be a good game. I really hope it is. I do not want this to be a defensive game because I enjoy things that are interesting and fun to watch and not boring. And it's kind of upsetting me that the Kansas City Chiefs seem to be relying more on their defense than their offense. I liked them better when they were all offense, no defense.
Well, one question I have is that the last game, we didn't see one run-in from Cam Newton, not even an attempt at the goal line. It was all Rex Burkhead. That's why it was the Rex Burkhead time. And, of course, we all got Rex Burkhead wrong, but I think everybody got Rex Burkhead wrong except for...
He's the type of person who deserves people to not believe in him.
Sure. But see, now White's coming back. Okay, he's practicing. All right, and there's also that Demetrius Harris is coming back. And
you never forget about Demetrius Harris.
Well, no, I'm just saying, dude. Okay, fine. I mean, you want to talk all you want, dude, but he was making a lot of waves in camp.
So
and
you're telling me that a guy that's on the Patriots is good at football, and that Bill Belichick might use him sometimes in his elaborate system that makes no one relevant for fantasy on a long-term basis.
My point is that I'm not sure if Cam Newton's going to be running it in. They're going to have a whole stable of running backs, and I'm thinking that
had that. They don't just have that for goal line. They just have that. I mean, one of the reasons why they keep Rex Burkhead on is because he's great on special teams. One of the reasons why they've kept James White, he's won them multiple Super Bowls. He's delivered in clutch moments. And then they have their rookie prospects, right? But Sonny Michel's still there. So the other guys, Damian Harris is there. I'm
not saying to start these guys. I'm saying that I don't think Cam Newton's going to run in anymore. I think Bill Belichick is like, look, dude, you're too important. You're too important. Yeah, you're too important, and that's not something that Belichick likes. He doesn't want his skill position player to risk himself like that.
Over under. Cam Newton 4 more rushing touchdowns on the year.
On a year, dude? Come on, man. I mean, that's
No, but if you really
well, I mean, because okay. No, I'm talking about how many rushing touchdowns did he get a couple of games ago? It was like 2 or 3. That's what I'm talking about. He might get like 1 a game, maybe. Okay, maybe that. All right.
Game is is still a
Maybe.
lot for fantasy.
Dude, maybe. I don't know. But that's the same thing that Tom Brady did.
It sounds like you are not sure enough to make a stance when it comes to betting, and that's
No,
okay.
what I'm saying is that if it's from 1 yard line, okay, from a 1 yard line, yeah, they did that with Tom Brady. But dude, that's not going to be this 5 yard, like design play all the time. I don't think, or 10 yards like they were doing for him to run out like that. This is a guy that just came back from an injury. He's very important to the Patriots, and that whenever he's starting to pass well. He didn't have a good game last game, but up until then, he was doing really, really well, and so. Well, I'm thinking that they have a stable of running backs. They're going to use those guys, and I don't think Cam Newton's going to be used like he was before. I think Bill Belichick's like, that was cool, but don't do that no more.
Okay. Well,
Julian Edelman.
I hear you. It's going to be interesting to watch. Yeah, I'm starting Jules, so I'm starting Cam. I'm starting Jules, and I think Cam is going to get a rushing touchdown this Sunday. By the way, I just want to put that out there. And,
okay.
I'm not starting anyone else.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Claire, Hill, Kelsey. Mahomes.
Yeah, man, that running back, I can't start any New England running backs. I can't.
So I'm trying
can't
to
do
tell
it.
you, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not trying to say it. Hang on, you said Mahomes, Hill, Eclair, Butker. Yeah. I would sit Watkins. The what about the defense? Kansas City defense. You just said that they use it. No? Okay. All right. New England defense. Would you start him?
Dude,
oh, okay. Yeah. Good call on that. Yeah, no Hardman, no Robinson. Gotcha.
Well, you can start them because there is a chance of them. It's just it's not a high probability play. It's a dart throw. Every dart throw is a dart throw. Like that's the thing. Like there wasn't a high probability of Ebron scoring last week, but he did. So if you really have a gut feeling about something, by all means, throw the dart, my friend. I hope it works out for you. But
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Sorry, finish your thought and then I'll ask you.
No, that was it.
Okay. It's not like you're going to land the plane. I apologize. I jumped in the middle. No, but on one thing that we noticed on the Monday night game was that I didn't see Eclair not being used in the goal line. What are they doing on the goal line? They were doing all these trick plays.
I think Eclair's just not that guy.
Yeah, you think that's what I was going to ask.
No,
so
he's just not that guy, and we're going to have to see what they do moving forward. But I'm not going to.
Any guesses? Any guesses? Like maybe do you think they're going to bring in like another running back to do it, or do you?
There's anything they can do because I don't think it's just him. I think it's also because they had one of their starting linemen opt out for the year. Their line just isn't as good as, it isn't good enough.
But to be fair, he opted out because he's a doctor in Canada, and so he wanted to help out the COVID bit. So that's a good reason. But yeah, okay. So we don't know. He's not a goal line back, but we don't know what they're going to do. So I was just curious. Yeah, cool.
Moving on, the Buffalo Bills, the Las Vegas Raiders.
That's how you have to say it. Exactly, I have to say it, dude. Yeah. Raiders. The Raiders.
Dude.
Franchise. Dude, but that sounds so cool. Las Vegas Raiders sounds so cool, man.
Metal uniforms. If Derrick Henry in a Raiders jersey would be awesome. Like Slayer would just start playing right away.
Oh god, screw that band.
So yeah, I know, but it's metal.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's
Slayer. I listen to. But do you listen to Meshuggah? You gotta listen to some Meshuggah.
Well, I'm not Jewish.
No, that's Meshuggah Da.
Oh.
Meshuggah.
Okay. Sorry, man. Sorry.
Kaplinsky.
Okay. So who would you start? This conversation is going Kaplinsky. Yeah, who you start?
This is kaput. I'm starting Josh Jacobs. I'm starting. Stop it.
Fire.
I'm starting. That's the only guy on the Raiders. I'm starting. On the Bills, I'm starting Allen. I'm starting Diggs, and I'm starting motherfucking Cole Beasley. And those are the And I'm starting the Bills defense.
Yes. What about Gabriel Davis? He's the guy who was feeding when John Brown was out.
Nope.
No. Singletary.
Nope.
No. Zach Moss is starting to practice.
That's
so
why I'm not starting Singletary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now I would start Darren Waller. I would do that. Monitor
his health.
Ay,
Me, I'm sorry.
santo.
Monitor his health. That's the game time decision. Hey, my old manness hasn't kicked in about 5 weeks. I'm proud of myself for
Yeah,
going
you
that
need to
long
do
without
some
it.
jumping jacks or something.
No, I
Yeah.
need to get some
D-
sleep.
Daniel Carlson.
Now you're just.
I like Daniel
There's
Carlson.
no way he's 75% rostered. You're breaking your own rule.
The kicker? The kicker? Yeah, he is. Yeah, dude, he is really doing well. I mean, if he's not rostered, then you might want to take, especially the Young Wei Koo owners.
Yeah, if you
You need
pay
to
this
start
dog.
looking at flexing.
By
Yeah,
the way,
so
if
I
you
mean,
drop
Daniel Carlson is
young
a
Wei
good
Koo,
guy.
I'm probably picking him up. Just warning.
Dude, he's not dropping them.
I know
He's
he
not
isn't,
dropping
but
them.
if
He's
he
waiting for
is,
him to go out. So stop.
I
Yeah.
know. Because he said that, but he never dropped him. I was like, yeah, he's smart. He's smart. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
You realize kickers
No
aren't
David
a high
Carr.
enough commodity. But no, you don't need to be starting these guys, man.
Yeah, and I think Edwards is already out,
You shouldn't be
and
starting him
Ruggs.
even if he's healthy.
Dude, but how about Hunter Renfro? I mean, no Ruggs, no Edwards,
start.
Hunter Renfro.
Oh no, I said start Cole Beasley, the other white slot wide receiver. Yeah, start Hunter Renfro.
Yeah. If you guys haven't noticed yet, Connor is very slotty. He loves slotty wide receivers. Yeah,
I
he
love
loves them.
slot wide receivers, but I like to make fun of slot wide receivers that are the Wes Welker prototype because they're just funny to me. Like I imagine
Yeah,
this
and
as-
Amendola.
Yeah, no, freaking Wes Welker, Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola he's kind of like them, but he's taller. He's 3 inches too tall, man.
Oh, he did the same thing in the Patriots, dude. He felt the same role.
Well, okay. That's because Tom only needs slots. Moving on. The Eagles at the San Francisco 49ers. Talk about an ugly game. Look, I'm going to be blunt. I'm starting Sanders, and I'm starting Kittle, and I'm starting Jeff Wilson Jr., and I'm starting the
Ertz.
Niners D, and I'm starting
Ertz.
Ertz. Those are my only starts. I'm sitting everyone else.
Alshon Jeffrey's coming back.
I don't give a rat's ass.
Okay. Yeah, I literally have on my I have Fire exactly what you said, those 4 guys, and then Ceasefire is literally I have everything else. Everything else.
Moving on.
Wow.
We have the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. And I think Aaron Rodgers, he's going to pack this bird's fudge. Tell you what, I think the Packers are going to go 4-0, baby.
Oh my gosh, dude. Are you kidding? Okay. All right. So who would you so you would start Rodgers? You would start Jones?
I would start Lazard. I would start Adams if he plays. I'm sitting MVS. I'm sitting all the tight ends. I'm sitting Jimmy. I got you. I know Jimmy Graham's from the Bears. I wasn't gonna make that same mistake.
Well,
twice.
it's not a mistake if you learn from it, my brother.
Sitting Russell Gage. I'm starting. That was speaking of mistakes. I started Russell Gage last week. I'm not doing that again. This week.
That was just unfortunate.
It was
all right.
It was an unfortunate, but you got to learn. What do I
Dude,
do?
that was a good start. That was just that was a good start. It was a good start. In my opinion, I thought that was a very good decision. It's unfortunate he got hurt.
Thank you. I'm starting. I said Calvin Ridley, Julio, of course, Matt Ryan. I'm sitting Todd Gurley. I'm starting Hayden Hurst. I'm starting Young Wei Koo if he plays. And
No, he's not going to.
Yeah, you're right.
Brian Hill?
No, dude.
Dude, he's taking 52% of the snaps, man. He's coming up. He's becoming the running game.
That's great. I really want 7 points.
All right, man.
7 points is gonna change my week.
All right.
I mean,
all right.
I mean, Adrian Peterson is gonna give me
8.
$8.
I think Brian Hill's is a pivot, that you would want to go to.
The Falcons running backs, man. They don't.
Okay.
They throw the ball too much, and they're never in good running back game scripts.
Look at the numbers, man. All right. But of course you went.
Prove me right.
Cool.
I want to look at this, Brian. How much points Would
Dude, no,
Brian Hill need to leave?
you don't. Okay, look, you don't really look at the points, man. Okay, I mean, yes, the points help. Okay, but you look at opportunity and look at how much carries there are and how much snap count. 52% snap count, dude. That's why I went ahead and got James Robinson when I did, because of his use on the snap count. That's how you win fantasy. Is
Okay,
by
but
by use.
Robinson wasn't stuck. First of all, there isn't a player on Robinson's team that has been paid. Todd Gurley is paid. They're not. It's a running back by committee, unless Todd Gurley gets injured, which I don't think is going to happen because they're not going to use him that much. Then that means that Brian Hill, that's his name, right? I don't think Hill is going to get enough usage to be relevant for fantasy.
So nine rush attempts for 58 yards, 1 rushing touchdown, 3 targets for 1 reception, 22 yards. That's not something that you that you'd want to go ahead.
That isn't opportunity. That's hyper efficiency. Who did he play last week?
Chicago.
Yeah, and their defense has not been as good as it was last year. Which is
Green Bay's third against the run, dude. Okay, like
they're ranked third, or they give up the third most.
Third most. Yeah, dude. So I mean, I'm telling you, Brian Hill to me is a play. Okay, I'm with you with Gurley. I'm with you 100% on Gurley, but dude, they're gonna have to run it. And Brian Hill looks like the guy who's getting the work.
Why
so,
are they going to have to run it if they're playing the Falcons and they're going to be down?
Well, dude, I mean, you have to run it to set up the pass. I mean, that's basic football.
I feel like we're dealing. It's semantics. We'll let the game decide on Sunday.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
And we already covered the Pittsburgh game, the Pittsburgh Titans game. So I'm not going to get into that one too much. Obviously, if you have any of those players, you should have a contingency plan ready for the possibility of them not playing.
Yeah.
If they are playing, I'm starting, obviously, Juju, James Conner, Jonnu Smith, Derrick Henry. If he plays, A.J. Green. And I would start the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. And I would start Big Ben. Those are my only starts. I would sit everyone else.
I'd start Gostkowski.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, why don't you look at what he's been doing, dude?
Why don't you look at the game where he missed 3 in a row?
Dude, okay, look, that's a fantasy football mistake.
When guys that are
when you get stuck on something from like 2 games ago, and if you look at his numbers right now, dude, okay, and that's what you got to look at, dude, with fantasy. You got to look at trends. This is week number 4. Okay, you know nothing about anything. It's all starting to happen right now. And if you sit there and just like look at one bad game like he had, and you look and you miss out on the fact that he got 12 points week 2 and then 25 points in week 3, and you're going to be going, "Oh, I'm not going to start that guy." Come on, man. I mean, geez, dude, this guy hit 6 field goals last week, and he hit 50+ yarders, dude. If you already said earlier in the podcast that kickers are very important and they're hard to come by, you know, and so, dude, if you're looking like
there's a reason why the Patriots let him go.
Young Wahale, if you have, well, yeah, he was hurt. Yeah, but he was hurt. But yeah, Young Wei Koo, if you're having to pivot, that might be a great pivot in my opinion.
Man,
dude, Blankenship, I like that.
I'm not worried, dude. Sly got me 15 last week, man.
Dude, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about people listening to us, dude.
Sly's available in a lot of leagues, guys.
I don't know if he is.
He's only 27% roster.
Oh shoot. Then yeah, dude.
27% roster.
Everybody we mentioned.
That is
go
why
for
I
Sly.
have been so adamant about starting Sly. Nobody knows about him. That's why his name is so funny. When I do that joke, I'm being dead ass serious because no one knows about him.
Sure, but I still like Gostkowski. I'm not gonna.
Each their own, brother. You do you.
I'm like the Titans. Okay, I would believe in him if I was stuck in a situation where I need to get a kicker. I think he's a good pickup.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
That's all the matchups for tonight. We've made very.
Did we do Jonnu Smith? We did just say Jonnu Smith?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, yeah, Henry, man. I did want to mention that on Henry that I was already kind of thinking about not starting him because of the matchup with Pittsburgh, and I saw what Pittsburgh does to their running backs. And Henry just broke out this last game. Other than that, he was doing pedestrian numbers. And so I was already thinking about sitting him anyway. So that's why I was telling you, like before the show, when we were talking about the Pittsburgh and the Titans game, this particular game, that your sit is a lot harder than my sit. Because I can either go, I'm either moving to Kareem Hunt, which looks like we already talked about that, so I'm going to DJ Moore. But you're in a situation where you have a high-producing guy that's been consistent, one that you're depending on, and that you've built your. I mean, okay. Last episode, I was picking on Connor because he was going. I said that he's number one for now and all that. You guys want to know what he dropped to? Like after that loss, the big woe and the big concern that he is, he's number 2 now. Okay, that's it. All right. So, but what got him there?
I could be number 3 next week, man.
Right, but the point I'm making, dude, is that you didn't drop so far. And also one of the things that players that got you there was Juju Smith, and that's why it's a little hard for you to that's why it's harder for you to drop him and to pivot away, because that's a big part of your attack, and that's a big part that got you to where you're at. So that's kind of what COVID's done to us. But that's why I was trying to say that even though I picked up Henry in the first round and you picked up, I think, Juju in the 3rd or 4th round, it's an easier sit for me with Henry than it is for you with Juju.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But that did it, dude. Oh my gosh. I feel like I need to, I mean, she just like, obviously it's good that I've been not only working my arms, but working my cardio. So we have just covered the fire and ceasefire episode for week 4. Yeah, dude, the first month of the NFL. Hopefully we'll make it through this whole COVID thing. And so we'll figure it out. Keep it. I would recommend. I hate saying it, dude. Hopefully you guys have a good pivot. But this is why depth is so important in this foul year of our Lord. It's because stuff like this is going to happen, and you got to be ready to go. And like Connor right now doesn't have a guy on his bench right now, but he's got some moves, and he's also going to do it in a way where people that are not going to see it unless they watch this show. So hopefully we'll see what happens. So, and we put it later on the show, maybe they will see it. But we recorded this on Wednesday. This is Wednesday night. It's Wednesday night, man. So tomorrow is whenever football starts. Okay, so we always do a Wednesday night show, and that will be ready for you on Thursday morning. We'll also do one on Monday night. So we'll have one ready. That it's a recap show. So we'll be doing the recap show on Monday night, and so Tuesday we'll have that up for you. So please hit the like and the subscribe button. Make sure you get those, because we're going to be helping you out. Hopefully, entertaining you with our muscles. Yeah. So because this is what happens whenever the doc's not here. So the doc should be back, and so you'll be able to see 3 generational beef heads instead of just 2. I want to go ahead. Bantering about, exactly. And so of course we always want to thank our supporters. Sports Host app, fantastic app. Make sure and go get it. You'll be happy you did. And high volume music radio.
Sunny side.
Right at Sunny Side. Yes, make sure and do that. You'll be happy that you did. All right, man. Parting shots. Connor, what you got?
I think Cam Newton's going to get a lot more rushing touchdowns than you think he is.
All right. My thing is that the thing I want to make sure you guys, seriously, dude, watch out for this Pittsburgh and Titans game. Keep an eye on it, okay? Because we're going to learn a lot on how the season is going to go, and this is going to be like a defining moment for Mr. Goodell. Hopefully he gets it figured out right. And but as far as fantasy goes, since those guys don't really care about fantasy, I would avoid this game. Make sure you have a pivot. Would you agree there, sir? He shake his head, yes. All right, cool. All right. Well, that's going to be our show. That's our Fire and Ceasefire show for week 4. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for every extra special thanks to everybody that's liking, subscribing. Brock, brother, I know you're watching. Thank you so much. You're the man, my brother. All right. Remember, everybody, in fantasy football, as in life, don't dream it, be it. Enjoy your weekend. Good luck at your games, man. Hope you guys win every single one of them.